Perfect. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning yoga practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's practice is just going to be a nice wake up vinyasa flow, get your body aligned, get your movement and breath aligned, and yeah, hopefully just ground yourself, set good intentions for the wonderful day and weekend. We're going to go ahead and get started in a child's position. Child's pose, bringing our big toes together, maybe knees slightly apart, just letting the body fold over the legs here. Take a nice deep inhale and slow exhale out. Just starting to become aware of the breath, of a nice deep, slow breath. The inhales, feeling the stomach and ribs expand. And the exhale, let it go. Feel the navel kind of fall back towards the spine. Just finding your center here. Maybe taking this time to set an intention for the practice. Maybe being very present with your breath, letting go of all that no longer serves you, of different things you have going on, and just being right here with your breath and body throughout the practice. Taking a nice deep breath, really reaching those fingertips forward. And then we're just going to gently walk our fingertips over to the left, reaching the right fingertips to the left. Maybe the left hand is going to come by your side and grab your opposite foot. Breathing into the side body here. Inhale, we're going to come back through center and walk our hands over to the right. The left arm really reaching to the right, and then maybe the right hand comes by your side, grabs your other foot. Inhale, coming back through center. We're just going to tent our hands kind of like right underneath, right in front of us. We're going to inhale, lift the body, and then exhale, bend both elbows, and we're going to dip one of the right shoulder, like dip the right shoulder down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left shoulder dips down. So we're kind of doing a gentle, just twist. Inhale and exhale, dipping one shoulder. We'll do it one more on both sides. Just getting a nice gentle twist. Exhale, perfect. Reaching the arms all the way forward now. We're going to add some spinal waves. So gently lifting the hips, rounding through the spine. We're going to exhale, lower the hips. But don't lower them all the way. We're going to still lift them and come back into our child's pose. So just taking this movement, inhale, lifting and rounding through. And then exhale, rounding the spine back into child's pose. Inhale, lift and round. Drop the hips a little bit. And then release it back into child's pose. One more time, just really being aware of the length of your spine. Really trying to get some nice movement into it. From here, we're going to tuck the back toes. And then slowly start to straighten the legs as we lift into our downward facing dog. Feel free to add some movement here. Maybe spread the feet a little bit wide. Give your hips a little shake side to side. Wonderful. We're going to add some movement here. More spinal waves into our plank. So we'll inhale, round the spine, come into our plank position, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lead with the hips as we round back into downward facing dog. Inhale, round forward into a plank. Exhale, lead with the hips, round it back to downward facing dog. Inhale once more, we round into our plank. Exhale, lead with the hips, release into downward facing dog. Once more, we inhale, round into plank, finding a nice stable plank here. Your core is engaged. We're going to exhale, drop the knees to one side, bend, drop the ankles to one side, bend the knees, release the hips back, and then come forward back into plank, releasing the ankles onto the other side, bend the knees, sit the hips back. Extend back into plank, drop the knees to the other side, bend. Inhale, back into plank. And once more, drop the ankles to one side, bend the knees. Those hips come back towards the feet. And we extend straight into our plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, we'll lower knees, chest, chin to the ground. On the inhale, we'll lift upward facing dog or cobra, keeping our thighs planted. We'll inhale, open the chest, gaze up. On the exhale, we'll tuck the back toes, lift the hips, releasing into a downward facing dog. Take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Fill the belly with the inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Taking another deep breath here. And whenever you're ready, you could just lift the heels. We're going to start walking our feet up to our hands, keeping them hip distance, maybe a generous bend in the knees here. We'll release the upper body completely into our dangling pose, letting the upper body become nice and heavy. We're going to inhale, straighten through the knees, halfway lift, and we'll heel toe our toes a little bit outwards. And they're going to be pointing 45 degrees out. We'll exhale, sit the hips down into a squat. And then inhale, lift the hips, straighten the toes, and forward fold. Just taking this movement, inhale, halfway lifting, sitting the hips down into a squat. Inhale, lift the hips, point the toes forward, exhale, release into a forward fold. I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 second. Just keep taking that movement. Gotta get a tissue. My apologies. Just a little bit of allergy season for me. Okay. Releasing into one more. We're going to take a squat. So just meeting me in a squat for a second, maybe pushing those knees away with your elbows. Sit nice and tall. Maybe not let the hips dump the whole way down. And keep some engagement in those legs. We'll inhale, straighten through the legs, lift the hips, point the toes forward. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Just take this dangling one more time. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale, feel yourself relax a little bit deeper. We'll inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. We'll round our spine all the way up to standing, reaching arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center by your side. Just taking a mountain pose here, finding a nice standing pose, feet with hip distance apart. Taking a nice deep breath, feel your shoulders dropping away from the ears. We'll inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Taking the right foot, step it all the way back, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up high, low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the back toes. We're going to swipe this left leg all the way up into a three-legged dog. Maybe open the hips if you like. And then we're going to bend through that knee, pull it back in towards our chest, step the left foot between the hands again. Drop the back knee, inhale, lift back into our low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step the back foot forward, releasing into a forward fold. Inhaling, raising all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, release arms by your side. Inhale, arms come overhead, stretch it tall. Exhale, release it into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen, left foot steps back, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the back toes. We're going to sweep this right leg all the way up. Oops. All the way up behind us into a three-legged dog. Maybe stack the hips. And then hugging that knee back into the chest. We'll step that right foot back forward, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach it into the low lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step the back foot forward, and release into a forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. And exhale, release into Tadasana, mountain pose. Perfect. From here, we'll inhale once again, reach arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release the right foot steps back and we release into our low lunge. Reach the arms up. Maybe bringing your heart, hands to prayer here. We're going to tuck the back toes and lift off the back knee. And then exhale, release the knee down. So inhale, lift up the back knee, high lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, lower. One more, we'll inhale, lift the back knee, high lunge. Find some stability, engagement, really straight through that back leg. Nice and low through the front knee. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, we're going to ground the back heel, pivoting it to face the long side of the mat, bending through that front knee. We exhale, release the arms into our warrior two. Let's add some movement here. Inhale, straighten through the front knee, reach arms up. Exhale, get nice and low into warrior two. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release into a warrior two, nice and strong. Inhale, extend. Exhale, warrior two. Hold it here for a second. And then we'll go ahead, straighten through the front leg. We're going to step this back foot in like a little bit, keeping the front toes pointed forward and straight. We're going to inhale, extend our arms, and reach them forward. Exhale, we'll release the side body over the extended leg into a triangle pose. We don't want to put too much weight onto this front leg. You kind of want to keep your hands lifted and use more of your body to hold you up, but you want to use a block inside your leg, that's a great option. We'll inhale, really extend long through that side body, stacking hips, stacking shoulders. Perfect. We'll exhale, release the body to fold into our pyramid. We're going to pivot the back toes a little bit. So now that they're pointing towards the corner, 45 degrees, we'll inhale, straighten through the spine. Exhale, release the chest over that straight leg into our pyramid pose. It might help to square the hips a little bit too if you step the back foot in a little bit more. From here, we're going to inhale, straighten, extend once again. We're going to take our right hand and place it outside of our left foot. If it's a little bit too much, you can feel free to keep it inside. It's not a problem. Or we're going to try to reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. In our reverse triangle, We'll exhale, release the fingertips down. From here, we're just going to bend the back knee and release it all the way down onto the mat. You can kind of push the left heel forward a little bit. We're in a half split here. Inhale, extend straight through the spine. Exhale, fold. Taking a few deep breaths here. Really feel the body relax. Perfect. From here, we're just going to extend straight through the back leg. Plant the hands. Sweep this left foot all the way back into a three-legged dog. We'll exhale, come into a plank position. You can release the leg down if you like. We'll exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the heels, bending the knees, stepping or hopping your way to your hands. Inhale while halfway lengthen. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale, around the spine all the way up to standing, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, release them by your side. Perfect. Taking it to the other side here. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to step the left foot back this time. Drop the back knee. Inhale, reach high to our low lunge. Maybe bringing your hands to heart center here. We're going to add some movement. We're just going to inhale, straighten it through the back knee, lift into high lunge. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Holding a high lunge here. Extending that back leg straight, getting nice and low through the front knee. Find your strength in your lower body here. Inhale. We'll exhale now. Pivot the body. We're going to face the long side of the mat now. The back toes point towards the long side, and we bend nice and deep into that front knee. Release the arms into a warrior two. Adding some movement here. We're just going to inhale straight through the front knee. Extend the arms overhead. And exhale, bend back into a warrior two. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Once more, we exhale, bend into our warrior two. Holding here for a moment. Getting really nice and low with that front knee. Then we'll inhale, extend through the straight through the back front leg. We're just going to hop the back leg in a little bit. And here we take our triangle. So extending our arms long, we'll inhale, reach the front fingertips forward. And exhale, release that body so that it folds like a 2D shape. We want to try to be flat with our shoulders and hips. Inhale. And exhale, we'll just release the upper body now to face forward again. We're pivoting the back toes to face 45 degrees to the corner here. Keeping that front leg straight, we'll inhale straight into the spine. Exhale, release into your pyramid pose. Just thinking about squaring the hips out, so really drawing that left hip forward, right hip back. From here, we'll inhale, lengthen through the spine once again, coming into a reverse triangle, keeping both knees straight, and we're going to take the left hand outside of the right foot. And then inhale, reach the left fingertips up to the sky. Maybe bring your gaze up to and exhale, release the hands, frame the foot. We're just going to, from here, bend Coming back through center, bend that back knee all the way down, keeping the front knee straight and maybe heel toe that, push that heel a little bit forward. We're going to inhale, straighten, and exhale, release. Just taking a few breaths in our half splits. Feeling yourself relax through that hamstring. From here, we're just going to tuck the back toes, straighten the back knee. Planting the hands, we'll sweep this right leg all the way back and up into our three-legged dog. Exhale, we're going to come forward into our plank position. You can drop the foot down into plank. Exhale, we'll release into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, we'll lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, releasing into a forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing, reaching arms overhead. And releasing arms by your side to Tadasana. Perfect. Taking a breath here. We're going to make shift our weight onto our left foot. We're going to inhale, pick up this right knee, maybe hands on your hips if you like. And we're going to extend this right leg straight out in front of us. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. And then we'll exhale, kick the foot back, coming into a warrior three as your body comes parallel to the ground. You can release your hands to your heart center. We're going to exhale, release the hands down here now, and come into a half moon where we just keep the left hand planted, stack the hips, maybe reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Bending through the bottom knee, we're just going to gently place this right foot down behind us like a warrior two stance so that the toes are pointing towards the long side of the mat, the back toes, the front toes are pointing forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We're just going to straighten through the front leg, pivot the toes. So now that they're pointing towards the long side of the mat as well, we'll exhale, release into a wide-legged forward fold. The toes may be pointing a little bit towards each other to protect the knees here. Releasing into our forward fold. Perfect. Just taking a nice deep breath here. And then we'll inhale, reach all the way back up to standing. We're going to pivot the front toes to face forward. And the back toes are facing 45 degrees out. So we keep the back heel grounded. We're going to bend through that front knee. This is our warrior one, trying to keep those hips squared forward. Readjusting yourself as much as you need. We're going to try to take our reverse side angle here. So inhale, we're just going to drop this body low over the front knee. And on the exhale, just try to take this elbow, right elbow outside of the left knee, like a twist. It's a really awkward position, especially with your feet in a warrior one stance. You need to release into a twisted high lunge, no problem. Just a little bit of a challenge pose, an Ashtanga pose that always is a bit challenging. From here, we'll exhale, release the hands down, framing the foot. Just center out that back foot, get nice and low with the hips. Perfect. From here, we're going to lift up high to our high lunge. And we're going to lift off this back foot, bringing this knee back and towards our chest. From here, we're going to take the foot inside of our left hip. I'm gonna turn to face you. Inside of the left hip and drop the knee. You can bring your hands to heart center. So this is our standing half lotus. Feel free to just stay here, or you could do some variations. You can try to take your right arm behind you to grab the toes. Or if you like, you can join me in taking a little bit of a fold here, dropping the hands down, getting deep into that standing leg. Inhaling, we're just going to release this right foot all the way down now, keeping the legs crossed. We'll just release into a fold. And then inhale all the way back up to standing, release the legs back to center. Taking this to the other side, we're going to inhale, shift our weight onto our right foot, lift the left knee, and extend that left leg straight out in front of you. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. And then when you're ready, we're going to sweep this leg behind us, coming right into a warrior three position, parallel to the body, hips are square, extending straight through that standing leg. We'll release the hands, planting them down. We're going to keep the right hand planted, stack the hips, and reach the left fingertips up to the sky. Maybe your gaze reaches up as well. We're just going to slowly bend through that base leg, plant the left leg down, inhale, reach it up, back into our warrior two. We'll straighten through the front legs, pivot the front toes to also face alongside the mat. Maybe pointing them a little bit towards each other before exhale, releasing into a wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to add a little movement, maybe swaying hips side to side if you like, if that feels good for you. We'll inhale, reach the body all the way back up. We'll pivot the front toes to face forward. The back toes are pointing 45 degrees out to the corner. And we bend through the front knee into our warrior one. We're going to inhale, fold the body forward. And on the exhale, see if you can catch your left elbow outside the right knee and take a little twist here. We'll exhale, release the hands now coming back through center. Just squaring those toes out to point forward. We'll inhale, reach up into our high lunge. And then we're going to exhale, bring that back leg forward once again, pulling it up towards our chest. From here, we take this foot to the inside of our right hip, drop the knee. We're in a half standing lotus. You can inhale, reach up, stay here. If you'd like to take a bind with your hand behind the back to the toes, or maybe you'd like to take a fold. We're going to go ahead and drop the left toes all the way down outside of the right foot. And just once again, release into a standing fold here. We'll inhale, reach all the way up to standing, arms overhead, just uncross the legs. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to transition right into our crow pose. So planting the hands down in front of you, we're just going to kind of bend the elbows slightly, bending the knees. We're going to place our knees right on top of our triceps there. And then just try to start to lift the toes off the ground. It's nice and easier when your body is kind of parallel to the ground and you can find a nice balance. If you want to make it a little bit more straightening, you can try to straighten the body out so it's not really parallel to the ground and you're just trying to lift the feet. Perfect. Playing around with this, just trying your best. It's a challenging pose for sure. And from here, we're just going to exhale, release the toes down, release our hips all the way to a seat. Coming to face alongside the mat. We'll extend both legs out into our dragonfly pose. Perfect. We're just going to inhale here, just sit nice and tall. If you'd like to exhale, take a little fold forward. Feel free. Really maybe engaging through the legs a little bit. We'll inhale, come back up. We're just going to bend the right knee into ourselves here. We'll first inhale, reach arms overhead and take a lateral stretch, dropping that left arm inside, right arm reaching overhead towards the toes, stacking the shoulders, gazing up. Then we'll exhale, release the body forward, just folding again over the middle here in a little half butterfly. Inhale, reaching the body back up. We're going to just bring this shin kind of right in front of you. We're going to come into our Lincoln log box pose where we take this extended straight leg. We're going to bend it and stack it right over our bottom leg. So you want kind of your knee, your shins to kind of be parallel in front of you. If you can't drop this knee onto the foot, that's totally okay. You can definitely add some pressure to help the stretch a little bit more. We're just going to inhale, extend straight through the spine. Feel free to stay here if you're already feeling lots of sensation, or you can exhale, fold. Feels so nice. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to inhale, lift the hips back up. We're just going to get into some hip movement here. So grabbing the knee and the foot, we're just going to stir first, drawing circles with that foot in front of us. And then we'll bring this right foot into our right elbow crease, hug the knee into our chest, maybe do a little rock side to side here. Perfect. Then from here, we're going to extend straight through this right leg, this bottom leg, placing the foot inside towards that inner right hip to the right hip. So we're coming into a half lotus again here, and we're just going to take a forward fold. If you'd like to bind, bring your hand around the back of the body to grab the toes from the other side. Feel free, taking a nice deep breath in this fold. We'll inhale back up to seated, planting the left toes right over the leg. We'll inhale, lift the arms up, and we'll exhale, take a twist, right elbow outside the left knee, really extending straight through the spine, bringing your gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. We're just going to release this leg, keeping it bent. Now in us, we're going to open up through the right leg, pushing that out to the side, taking it to the other side here. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, right hand drops inside the leg and the left fingertips reach overhead. Taking a nice deep breath here. Inhaling and exhaling, we'll fold the body forward. Just reaching it now straight in front of you for a little bit of a half butterfly. Inhale, we'll come back up. And we're going to transition into our box pose, Lincoln log. So taking this extended right leg, bending it and stacking it right on top of this bottom leg. Right foot is on top of left knee, right knee is on top of left foot. And we kind of just try to push the knee down towards that foot. You can inhale, just stay here. Or if you'd like to take a fold forward, you're more than welcome. We'll inhale. Just take another breath, nice slow exhale. Inhale, lifting the body back up here. We're gonna lift this knee and just get into our hips. So take the right foot into the left hand. This right hand is grabbing the knee, and we're just circling the hip and the foot around. And then we're gonna take the right foot into the left elbow crease, hug the shin, sit nice and tall, do a little rock side to side. Extending this bottom leg all the way straight now. We're just gonna place the right foot on the top of this left hip, coming into a half lotus. We'll inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, take a fold. Inhale back up. Just go ahead, place the right foot over that left thigh. We'll inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, left elbow comes outside the right knee. We take a nice seated twist, sitting really nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale, coming back through to center. We're going to try to take our lotuses now that we kind of got into the hips a little bit. So we'll start with our right foot. We're going to bring it into the left foot, left hip. Then we're going to take the left foot and see if we can bend it and bring it over this leg and into the other hip. So we come into our lotus pose. No worries if you can't do it. From here, we're just going to plant the hands and lift the hips. So if you can't get into your lotus, simply just kind of cross your feet over each other and lift the hips. So whenever you're ready, just plant the hands. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, hold, and exhale, release it down. Releasing the lotus. We're going to just take it to the other side real quick. So if you'd like to try, maybe the other side will be a little bit easier or challenging. We're going to take the left foot to the right hip this time. And then the right foot is going to come over and onto the left hip. So we're coming into a nice lotus position. Perfect. And we're just going to lift the hips again. So planting the hands, we'll inhale, press and lift the hips. Hold, 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 hold.
You go, Sarah.
Exhale, release. Release it down. Perfect. We're going to drop the legs here, just untie them and come to lie all the way down. Okay, perfect. We're going to come lie all the way down on our backs and just start to wind down here, taking nice deep breaths. You can extend the right leg straight. We're going to extend the left leg up or right leg up and pull it in towards the chest. Try to keep a straight knee. And just gently open the leg out to the side now. You can bend that knee if you'd like to get into the hips a little bit more. Opening that leg out. Pulling it up towards you. And then we'll inhale, bring the right leg back through center. And we're going to cross it all the way across the body. You can bend through the knee if you'd like. We're going to try to keep both shoulder blades planted, extending straight through the arms, maybe gazing over that right shoulder. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, you can bend that bottom foot and try to grab that foot with your right hand. So we're coming into a cat. What is it called? It's like, it's a cat catching its tail. So it's like you kind of grab the opposite foot. Perfect. And just get a little bit deeper into that twist. Taking a deep breath into the belly. Exhale, feel yourself relax. If you have that bottom left foot grabbed, you can release it. We're going to uncross the right leg, hugging that knee into the chest. Inhale, pull your forehead up to the knee. And exhale, release it down. We're going to take it to the other side, extending the left leg up, pulling that leg in towards yourself, flexing the toes for a little deeper stretch. And then exhale, we're just going to slowly open through that left leg, taking it out to the side. Trying to pull it up towards your head a little bit. And then we'll inhale, reach that leg back through center, and it's going to cross all the way across the body as we extend our arms open, gaze over to the left. And again, if you'd like to take it deeper, you can bend this bottom right leg and try to grab that foot with your hands. And it kind of helps to pull that shoulder down and open a little bit more. Just breathing into the belly. And we'll exhale, release the twist. We're going to come back through center, hugging that left knee into the chest, hug it in. Inhale, pulling the forehead to the knee. And exhale, release it down. We're just going to extend that leg straight. Our arms opening by our side. We're coming into our final posture, our Shavasana. Welcoming a deep breath into the body. And a slow exhale out. Feeling your face relax. Feeling your body becoming a little bit heavier here. Just taking a moment to release any effort and tension, control, just simply being, observing how you feel. Feel free to stay as long as you like in your Shavasana. I'm going to go ahead and just welcome another deep breath, bringing my awareness back to the breath. Filling the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest all the way up with a deep inhale. Holding that breath in for a moment. And see if you could breathe in just a little bit more. And when you're ready to exhale, slowly release the air all the way out. Pausing at the bottom of the breath, holding, and seeing here if you could breathe out just a little bit more. Just starting to add some movement into the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Coming back to a normal breath, giving yourself a full body stretch. rolling onto either side and just gently pushing your way back up into a seated position at your own time. Meeting me, the nice, easy seated pose at the center of the mat here. I'm going to close the practice with one last breath. Inhale, reaching arms overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center, just bowing to yourself, to your practice, giving yourself lots of thanks for being here today. I also thank you. It's such a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, Saturday, and I hope to see you again next week. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Heather.
Bye.